Good morning. Good to have you along. Mike Austin here as we wake up together. 35 degrees right now, coming at 56 a little later, and a breezy day. Do you have friends you check in with every single day? Do you have those who touch base with you once a week, once a month, once a year? And when I say touch base, is it you get together over coffee? You have lunch, maybe a dinner? Do you do a Zoom call? Maybe you're across the country or across the world. Do you have friends that you are only internet friends? Digital versus in person. That's what we're going to talk about today with Dr. John Braccio from Regional Psychological Services. We check in every Tuesday about this same time over on the web at drjohnb.com. He is my internet friend. Doc Braccio, how are you, buddy? Good morning.
Well, I'm really good, my friend. Good talking to you. And, it's a good topic. We daily continue to see the negative outcomes of COVID because many persons lost contact for so long with human in-person interactions that they're even now only comfortable with digital interactions. Now, there also are many persons who are not comfortable in human interactions in person and prefer friendships and relationships digitally. Now, my point here, Mike, is not to argue that persons cannot have friendships digitally or that they should not have them. No, that's not my point. My point is to argue that human physical interaction, relationships in most cases are going to be superior. Friendships require mutual respect, mutual caring, sharing ongoing living experiences together, availability during difficult times, and a willingness to take the role similar to a good family, loving family relationship that sadly many persons don't have. Cicero called a true friend another you, another you. The advantages of physical interaction include the often essential elements of physical contact, requirement of being there in person together, the inability to just turn the person off anytime and just leave. No, you really can't do that like you can on the internet. The opportunity to be able to read the person by eye contact, body language, and the opportunity to size up the person's sincerity in person with what I will call sixth sense. It allows a person to read a person they are with as their sincerity, willingness, and desire to be a good friend. Now, one can read the tone of the voice, subtle facial expressions, and full body language in space that gives the person a far more complete understanding of a person as opposed to digital communication where there's just this, this isn't possible. There's too much missing in digital interactions as there is only that one screen where the interactions take place. There also can be no substitute for the interactions that take place as two people share their experiences together in different environments such as physical intimacy, traveling together, spending hours and days together, just interacting individually, and in group settings. Now, these shared experiences create a unique history together that cannot occur with digital relationships. Now, as a final thought, again, I believe that in-person relationships are superior to digital, But I'm not, minimizing the importance of digital relationships for many persons that obviously are across the country or across the world or whatever it might be. But I do believe that in-person, talking, meeting, interacting, hugging, shaking hands, call it what you will, that is a superior way to have relationships, and particularly for physical intimacy. But really, if you're going to have a tight relationship, being with the person, seeing them interacting is really, to me anyway, certainly a superior way to go in friendships and relationships.
It's such a no-brainer. It seems to me in that, Doc, even wolves travel in packs. Fish swim in schools. As living beings, the most communicative thereof, perhaps, at least words-wise, we have reason, we have, thought and plans and opposable thumbs, for crying out loud. Here we are, figuring we are so superior, we don't need other people. We just need this magical digital world. Are we that dumb?
Well,
we're doing it to ourselves.
I think we are, and I think there are also a lot of people that they're they're not comfortable meeting with people. And unfortunately, rather than really getting into this or learning how to do it or doing it more effectively, they do live in a digital world, and that you're just not going to get the warm fuzzies, the real communication, the touchy-feely, call it which, because we are touchy-feely type persons, animals, call it what you will. So we really do need that human contact. And just a lot of people, in fact, I just talked to someone recently who commented, this young person, that he sees friends, he's home and he goes to his room, gets on the internet, and they're all together. And I'm not making that into a bad thing, but, in my day, you go out, you see people, you do things, you interact, and there is that body language, there's the tone, the look in the eye, all these things that really you pick that up by being with the person, talking to them and interacting with them. Now, again, this is not negating or trying to say the other relationships are bad and you shouldn't have them or anything. No, it's just arguing for the need for this human contact, human interaction, being with people. And to me, it's critical. Obviously, you have to do this if you're going to have physical intimacy or, touching type of interactions. So to me, it's like you said, it's a no-brainer. It seems very critical we be able to do this. But a lot of people really don't. They're not comfortable. They're very little. There'll be people that tell you all these friends they have, and they're not people they see. They're people they just interact with on the internet. And my feeling is it's really missing some pretty critical things in life, that touchy, that feely, that interacting, just everything about personal interaction, shaking hands, looking in the eye, running together, doing things. Yeah, to me, that's pretty critical to successful life and really meaningful relationships. If you don't have that, you're really missing a major thing in life.
Yeah. And you're doing yourself a disservice. Again, we're not saying that, you can't, and it's completely terribly bad. It's like anything. It's like peanut butter cookies. Hey, there's peanut butter in there. That can't be all that bad. But if you live on peanut butter cookies, that's bad. Everything in moderation. Dr. John Braccio, drjohnb.com on the web. And it's everything is in moderation. And as the beings with a conscience and logic and reasoning, we should be able to discern the balance there for ourselves. And if you can't,
I believe that's true, Mike. Yeah, very much.
Yeah, and if you can't, if you're, I guess you could be addicted. God forbid you try to marry your AI girlfriend, but that happens now. Oh my gosh, Dr. John Braccio.
No, when you hear these things, you can't believe it. But go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying we got to wrap up. But that is still crazy to me. You, as Dr. John Braccio and all the folks there at Regional Psychological Services, I mean, when you started so many years ago, you could have never imagined some of the stuff that you would have to deal with now. And who knows, 20, 30 years from now. Oh boy. But we're up on time. Doc, I appreciate it as always. You're a fine individual, and we look forward to next Tuesday together.
Very good, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next week, okay?
All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye now. Dr. John B. on the web. Dr. John Braccio, Regional Psychological Services there in East Lansing. Ryan Schmel's going to join us the latest on the government shutdown. Boy, there's deadlines looming. And then Phil Knight, kind of bouncing off of that, Executive Director of the Food Bank Council of Michigan, will join us, talk about these SNAP benefits up after the news. Ryan Schmel's up next. 1320 WILS. This is your morning wake up.